Martell, another hunting situation for the Riders. They've seen a lot of Josh Martell. Probably more than Chris Jones would like, with another great kick.
I think he thinks he has. He's got three-man pressure. He's negotiated the pocket well. Clearly the game plan for Dave Dickinson. You don't see very often in the CFL a back hitting the ball 28 times.
I fell asleep. Like, why? I woke up at 11:30 this morning, which is so late. I never get up that late. And I'm sleeping again.
Okay, wait, huh? Okay, well, I don't know how I'm confused. This is 470, but like it says the kids, but oh, she's so good. Oh my god, why am I always so hungry? You guys are my bad influence.
I was really hooked on that for a while, was reading a lot of different things, and in many of these places, people like Musk are basically just like a hero.
Look at that. Trying to get all the way around. It's done. So now that I'm done filming the rows, I'm going to film a book haul, and I'm putting the dust jackets back on all the books just so the covers are more recognizable. That way it'll make it easier for people to find them and know it's the same book if it's something they're after. And I'm not just going to show books I just recently bought. I'm also going to show some that are a bit older but are ones that I was using to complete the Sketchbook Slam Challenge. Painted my nails, so my nails will be all nice for the video. Woohoo. I should have painted them earlier, like yesterday, so they'd be nice for the Rose video too, but at least I removed the nail polish so there wasn't janky chipped polish. But then the last little bit of the video is going to have painted nails. Stack them, slide them. Like, squeeze me, Kiki. Baby, Mama needs to film a video. Baby, I need to get off the desk. Baby. You know what? I was gonna show all the ones I was using for the Sketchbook Slam, but like, for example, this one, I've shown this in a video before. And like, I don't think I want to include the Humans of New York one either, because it's not supposed to be, here's the books I used for reference in a Sketchbook Slam. It's more like a haul. I did use most of these, but not all of them for reference. So I think I'm gonna take these out and just include my newish books, like all the fashion ones, then those Andrew Loomis ones. So I was looking at my planner and thinking about my year 4 vlog montage, because every year I do a montage of clips from the year, and I was going to do that before I left. And that way it would go up on October 3rd, because that's how it goes. Is I started vlogging on October 3rd, which is my birthday, haha, so it's easy to remember when I started. And so yeah, every year on the 3rd I upload a montage video, and I would have to edit it in advance because I'm going to be gone. I don't want to spend my last few days before the wedding editing the montage, especially because I would have to edit remotely because all the vlogs are on this computer, but I also have a bunch of vlogs on an external hard drive, and I feel like there's just too many chances for something to go wrong. Like maybe I have the drive plugged in, but for some reason I can't access it, or I need to unplug it, plug it back in. I don't know. There's just like things that could happen, you know? So I just thought I would do it before I left. But I was just thinking just now of how neat it would be if the montage ends with the wedding, because that would make it like a nice emotional ending. Instead of the year 5 montage kicking off with the wedding footage, it would be like the year 4 one ending with wedding footage, because technically the start of the year 5 is October 3rd, the wedding is October 7th, so I'm like, it's just a few days, like it doesn't need to be exact. And then you'd have to wait until like, who knows, you'd have to wait like a week and a half after the wedding to get the year 4 montage. But I could at least try to start editing it remotely if I have time, and if not, I'll just wait till I get back. But I think that might be better. Just delay the montage a little bit so that it can end with wedding footage.
Actually, I haven't
Next
done
up,
it yet.
sketchbook.
I still haven't done it.
But I'm gonna go make myself a little drink. So, I've been looking up bookbinding machines. You can get a perfect bookbinding machine for about $500 US. For a perfect bam book. Think of all the things I could do. Especially if I'm getting back in the convention scene, haha, which I plan on doing. I've applied to some conventions and hopefully I get in. And yeah, oh my god. I could even just sell stuff online too, guys. I'd always have to ship it myself. I could still leave prints and everything up to Redbubble, but if I wanted to do like a physically printed coloring book or a little art book, I could just do little runs for anything. Like, let's say I participate in Inktober one year and I want to print off a little Inktober art book. I could do that, like just anything. And if you don't know what a perfect bound book is, it's a book that has a glued spine. So some spines are woven, like a really fat hardcover book like this. Usually they're stitched. At least I think it is. I don't know. But anyway, a perfect bound book is one that's glued on the spine. So that's what I'm interested in. I could just print all my own books. That'd just be amazing. You know, I'm going down the rabbit hole and there's a lot of stuff I would need other than the bookbinder. You would need some kind of creaser for the spine of the book. I probably don't need a cutter if I'm doing perfect bound because I wouldn't be using signatures for the book, but that's something you could end up getting. But then you also would need some kind of laminator for the cover of the book because, you know, books are usually glossy on the front and then the inside of the cover still has a matte finish. This is like a never-ending thing. It's like, the bookbinder's not that expensive. Oh, but you also need all this other stuff. For example, looking at this book, you can see it has a crease. This one actually has a double crease, like that. And you can see it's glossy, and the inside is not, because it's been laminated. So much to consider. Every soft cover book I look at has the crease here, so I need a machine for that. You can get electric ones. I'd probably just get a manual one, but oh man, now this whole lamination thing has me thrown for a loop. Found this Canadian company. It's in Ontario called BDF Graphics. They have pretty much everything, but this laminator is $1,000. Like, I'm willing to invest in this stuff, but I would have to have some concrete projects planned out. I know there are thermal laminators for craft purposes that are probably a lot cheaper, but I think those work differently. And I don't know if you can do single-sided on those. Because I'd probably need a big roller kind. I'm so excited over this, like, I don't know. Think of all the projects I could make. Oh my god, this video of some random laminator, almost $3,000 list price. What? That's probably US dollars too. Man, that makes mine look cheap. Well, I say mine, but I don't have it. Haha.
This method allows you to quickly and correctly drop the rolls into the laminator, therefore eliminating the
that one's also huge. This one would be a 15-inch. This is like paper porn. Yeah, baby.
You can just butt your graphics up to each other and laminate continuously.
Oh. This video I was watching is Canadian. Oh, go to their website. Gotta go to their website. I want this one. This makes that other one look like a dollar store item. Oh my god. Even their small one is $24.50. I'll just stick with this one. Thank you very much. Why does the American Amazon have all the cool stuff? Here are the garbage Canadian results. But yeah, I don't want one of those craft ones where you buy like the sleeves and it runs through it. I don't want one of those little crafting ones. I need like the pro roll kinds. Yeah. There's this one on eBay, but I don't know. I don't know if it does single-sided. I mean, technically you could stick 2 documents in back to back to get single-sided. This one's made of plastic though. That other one I was looking at was made of metal. It looked more durable than this. Also, it's not saving me much money when you convert to US dollars. Then there's the shipping and then there's the customs and import charges. So really, it's gonna end up costing me close to the same anyway. That's what I like about that one store I've been looking at, is that it's Canadian, so I don't have to pay customs on anything. And hopefully the shipping's not ridiculous. That's one thing I didn't even look into. They have 2 binding machines that are the kind I want. One can do just soft cover, one can do hard and soft cover, and I feel like diving into hardcover is going to be just too much. Like, I was looking into machines that make hardcover books, and I'm like, well, then what kind of paper do you need for that? And it's like, it's so weird. It's like I said, it's a rabbit hole of things. So I probably wouldn't ever do hardcover unless I was just going to make the odd thing for myself just for fun, where I just kind of do it manually instead of using one of those hardcover book machines, because then the binder could still bind it for me. But I don't know, because then what if I get the one that's just soft cover and then I want hardcover down the line? Also, they're out of stock of the soft cover only one. It's $130 extra for the hardcover one, so it's like, maybe I should do that just to play it safe, and because it's all they have in stock. I'm gonna try adding some stuff to my cart and see what the shipping ends up being. Okay, so just the binder, $85 shipping. So it seemed like once I was adding the final few things, the shipping capped, which is nice. So there's the binding machine, hot glue pellets, because it comes with 5 pounds of pellets, and then an additional 5 pounds of pellets is $42.50. Then there's that hot roller thing, then that manual creaser, and then the roll of laminate. I added 2 because, I mean, it takes 2 rolls, but if you're doing single-sided, you probably wouldn't need both, but you know, I might want to double-side something, so yeah. And that's only 500 feet. Like, if I was doing a larger book run or something, then I would need more, but you know, let's start small. So that would be my cost for everything. Mamma mia! That's what wedding money is for, right? Then on top of that, I would need printer ink, paper for the interior pages, and paper for the cover. But even so, I still feel like that's cheap when you consider just the startup cost of being able to print stuff. The glue pellets and the laminate film are stuff that's gonna have to be repurchased, but once the machines are purchased, you're good to go unless one breaks down or something. So if I ever wanted to get into printing my own books, it's actually more affordable than I thought it would be. I thought one bookbinding machine alone would be thousands, and there are fancy ones out there that do cost thousands of dollars, but the stuff I've been looking at is actually quite affordable. It's still a big chunk of money, but like I said, if you had a project you were planning on making, you could even do a Kickstarter or something and get the funds for that. It's interesting to know, like, if I wanted to do a physically printed version of my coloring books. I know some people have asked about it because I want to make my coloring book a digital download. I could technically offer both, and I could use this for future projects, like I mentioned, like art books, big or small, whatever. The possibilities are endless. Part of me just wants to click checkout right now. And then I'm like, Baylee, wait on this. That would be such an impulse buy. Like, I'm gonna wait and see what kind of projects I think up, and you know, I have to actually finish some projects. Like, maybe I should make it a rule that I have to actually finish all my coloring book pages or something before I do this, or have enough art assembled for an art book or something, you know. Make myself actually finish a project before I buy this kind of stuff. But maybe buying it would motivate me to finish the projects. But also just the potential of being able to buy it in the future is also motivation. The other question is, where would I put it? I do have this surface over here, which is just a Beauty and the Beast shrine, but I could move a lot of that stuff because I told myself if I need that space on top, I will move the shrine. I mean, I'll probably keep the tapestry there. I would just find space for the rest of that stuff. The alternative would be to set everything up in the toy room. That could even be the better option, considering it's not like I'm gonna be binding books constantly. Like, I would probably have a project, then I would go make it. Or if there's stuff I'm selling in my online store, I could spend a day restocking stuff. Like, I could make it work space-wise, especially since there's a bunch of crap that's just like not even like, none of this needs to be in here. I can totally fit that in other places, like either one in the closet or two in here, because most of these are just empty. Ah! There's just some stands in there, some plastic stands, stuff like that. Hey, why is this all messed up? Why you did this? By the way, I need to do some kind of massive toy opening stream or something. I think I'm just going to donate some of this stuff and then keep some of it. I've already somewhat started a donation pile under the table, but I need to go through everything and be like, what am I going to keep? I mean, I feel like most things I do want to keep, but there's certain things I'm like, you know what? We can donate that to a toy drive or something. SpongeBob, I'm keeping. I want to open those SpongeBob ones. Oh no, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? Ugh, that vlog where she was stepping on the dress, she was actually like hiding in it. I didn't catch it on camera, but I was trying to grab her and she kept running underneath the dress. So I'd go to the other side, try to grab her, and then she'd run around to the other side and back and forth like a little pest. Wait. Oh, boo. I just love looking into this kind of stuff. Like, what if I got into bookbinding? How would I do it? Because I don't want to do it by hand, gluing spines manually, because that takes freaking forever. I would need some kind of automated system. But yeah, doing this would make me put more stuff in my Store Envy shop, because I would be shipping it out myself, and so I'd be diving back into that. But I think it would still be manageable. I mean, I don't really know how many sales I would get, but it would depend like how much stuff I put in there, how often, and yeah, because Redbubble would still handle prints and all that. It would really just be books, originals, and any limited edition prints, like limited runs I want to do, I could do through Store Envy, but yeah. You know, just a thought. I've wasted so much time on this. Like, I've honestly been looking at this for hours. It's 1:20 in the morning. Maybe I should just call it a night. I have my live stream tomorrow morning. Oh, hello. Here's the glitzy, the sparkly, the goldy. Oh my. This is the stuff I needed for centerpieces. I'm gonna need this big one. This color would work too, but small or giant. I almost want that color. The tablecloth isn't gonna be white, so